Hi everyone, it's Natasha here. In this video, I'll be sharing what you could do to make sure you're an amazing housemate and an easy person to live with. The most important thing to be aware of when living with others is yourself, and I'm going to take you through a list of things you can do to contribute to a friendly and supportive house. This is where we look at not only the practical things that can make a difference, but also how to be more conscious of your housemates. The reason we're looking at this is because housemate conflict is one of the biggest causes of student stress. Living with others can be fun, but it can also have its challenges. It's easy to pass the blame for issues going on in our home environment, and a lot of students forget just how much their behaviour in the house affects others. Also, making a more conscious effort to be a great housemate will help you to develop the soft skills employers are looking for, like flexibility, empathy and diplomacy. And this is something that gets overlooked by most students. If you can learn to live with others in this way, you instantly have an advantage, as these skills will only strengthen over time throughout your degree and into your career. Most of it is common sense. The thing is, you'd be surprised at how easily common sense gets forgotten, and we all need a reminder from time to time. A necessary part of sharing a home is cleaning up after yourself and contributing to the housework so it doesn't become a dumping ground. Probably the most common reason for friction in a house is a dirty kitchen, but the good news is this can easily be avoided. Wash up, dry up and put your dishes away as soon as you finish eating. It won't take long, but will make a difference to the state of the kitchen and housemates' moods. If you're going out that night and don't have time, do your dishes when you wake up the next day. Don't leave them in the sink for days on end. Wipe the surfaces after you finish cooking, and take the rubbish out when the bin is full. The bin fairies do not exist, and a pile of bin bags in a dirty kitchen will attract unwanted visitors, like mice, maggots or flies, and a bill for pest control. Also, let's be honest, living in a dirty house or flat is pretty disgusting, and it's not an environment that's going to help you achieve academic success. When you use the bathroom, leave it as you found it. Wipe up toothpaste stains, hair or shaving hairs loitering on the sink. If you've got long hair that's likely to clog up the drains, pull it out after showering. And if necessary, use the toilet brush and clean the toilet after you use it. In shared space, don't leave your stuff lying around. Imagine how messy it would get if everyone left their stuff out, even small things. Do everyone a favour and take it all to your room. With general household chores, whether it's vacuuming, cleaning the kitchen, restocking the loo roll, or calling the landlord about a repair, if it's your turn to do it, just do it. Don't leave it for others to do. On the flip side, if you find you end up doing all the housework, and it's your housemates not doing their fair share, don't put up with it. If you don't say anything about the situation, you'll likely end up feeling frustrated, unhappy and resentful over time, and it could affect your friendships in the process. Hold a house meeting and together decide on a cleaning rota. Taking charge in a calm but assertive way to get the buy-in from everyone on what's fair and reasonable is great practice for when you start work. Noise is another big cause of conflict, not just within your house, but also with your neighbours. Be aware of the amount of noise you make and control it, especially during exam time. If you're on the phone, take your call in private. If it's late, keep the music down or wear headphones. Be quiet coming home at night, and especially be mindful if you've been out drinking. If you're an early riser, keep noise to a minimum in the mornings so you don't disturb sleeping housemates. When it comes to having guests, be responsible for them. Let your housemates know when you're having visitors, and make sure they respect your housemates and home and behave appropriately. Don't let them overstay their welcome, especially boyfriends or girlfriends. If someone is staying for longer than a few days, make sure everyone in the house is okay with it, and them staying doesn't interrupt the house routine, especially mornings when everyone is getting ready for uni or work. It's also really important to be conscious of keeping the flat or house safe. Lock your doors and windows when you go out, even if you're only popping next door. If you're living in halls or apartments, be careful of tailgaters. If you don't recognise someone, ask to see their key fob or card. And don't be afraid to refuse entry to them without one. Always get your key card out for entry and show it to fellow residents so they know you're a neighbour and not a potential threat. And when it comes to bills, be responsible with paying your share. Make sure you put enough money aside as priority over going out and buying new things. You don't want to put the burden on your housemates to find the cash or risk not being able to pay a bill. This doesn't tend to be an issue until late in the last term when you all move out, but it's a biggie, is inexcusable, and has even led some students to taking action with the small claims court. Underlying everything I mention here is consideration for others. Respect is key, and when you're sharing your living space, you have to think about the impact that what you say and do could have on your housemates. Treat them as you'd like to be treated, and hopefully they will reciprocate, led by your example. It's simple. Be a nice person and get to know your housemates. You don't all have to become best friends and do everything together. In fact, it's important to have different friends, different interests, and to do things separately. But simple things make a big difference in creating a happy home. Say hello and goodbye. Ask them how their day was. And when someone does something nice, acknowledge it and say thank you. Make time to all hang out together on a regular basis, with house meals, movie nights, or nights out. Respect your housemates' belongings. Don't borrow, use, or take anything without asking them first. If you find that a housemate isn't engaging with the rest of the house, be mindful that they may be shy or have low self-esteem. It's not uncommon for students to feel nervous about leaving their room and talking to people, especially at the start of term. The longer this goes on, the harder it becomes. So if a housemate is spending a lot of time by themselves, check they're okay, and if necessary, make that little bit more of an effort whilst respecting their privacy and personal space. Even if you're all really different, getting to know the people you live with helps you understand their perspectives and allows them to understand yours. It also makes it easier to deal with any problems that arise if you've already established a rapport with them. Be open-minded and respectful of individual differences, and know that not everyone will have the same way of doing things or the same understanding. Be prepared to compromise, be flexible, and open to change. As you can see, being a great housemate involves treating others with respect, taking responsibility, and doing your bit to keep a clean, happy, and harmonious home. I want you to take time to stop and think if you're being the best housemate you can be. Think about your behaviour and how you treat others. Is there anything that you're doing or not doing that could be causing your housemates to feel uncomfortable or that could be annoying them? Are there any tensions in the house that you're contributing to? Would you choose to live with someone like you? Be honest in your answers and face the home truths, even if you don't like them. Being conscious of your behaviour is the first step towards changing it, and it's the positive change that is critical. We should always be seeking to improve who we are and not beat ourselves up if we haven't always been the best person we can be. It's one of the joys of life that we can always be shaping who we are, changing things that need to be changed, and becoming wiser for it. I'd be really interested to find out one of the things you're going to change as a result of watching this video. Leave a comment in the box below and you'll probably find you're not alone. Be kind to yourself and be kind to others, and I'll see you in the next video where we'll be looking at how having a house conversation about rules and cleanliness could save you a lot of stress and drama.